Live and direct. It's Sway in the morning.
Right here on Shade 45.
Sergeant Terry Jeffords. That's the role you play.
That's it.
And then Terry Jeffords is a sergeant who starts to lose his nerve because now he has a family.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I was a guy. The way the character is written is he was a guy who was obese. He was really, really fat, and then he worked his way into being this super cop. He was so fat, the nickname they gave him was Terry Titties. That was the. and Andre Brown was like, that would be accurate. Yes, it would be. And the whole thing is he worked his way up, and he's this super cop now. But then all of a sudden, he got married and had 2 twin baby girls. So now he's like, man, I want to go out there and do all the stuff I was doing before, but now I'm scared because if I die out here, I won't see my kids. I won't ever see them grow up. And so that's a real fear that cops face every day. Anybody with a family, they wonder if they're going to come home. That routine traffic stop ain't no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, you just look at the news and you're like, man, there's always some fool waiting to get you. You know what I mean? So that's what and it's Brooklyn. So he understands what this is. You know what I mean? And he's like, he shook. So now he's like, man, I just got to stay on the desk for a little while and, work it out.
So he's trying not to go to work.
Right.
How do you make that funny, though?
Well, that's the thing. First of all, now, this is the trick about comedy that people don't know. And this is where comedians get it from. When you look at the hardcore life of like a Richard Pryor or a hardcore, most comedians have, even Chris Rock, the life that they grew up is where you find the funny. The more real and the higher the stakes, the more things are funny. That's the thing. If you live a nice, light life and there's no big deal, it's like, there ain't nothing really to laugh about. Like, but when I have to equate it to this. Remember there's a moment when you slipped on some ice and busted your head. At the time, it was horrible. You was like, nah. But when you tell the story, everybody laughing.
That's true.
Think about it. You're like, man, I busted my head. I tried to stay up right there and bow. And everybody can remember it and we laugh about it. But this is the way you cope with really, really hardcore things in your life. I grew up in Flint, Michigan. And I grew up in a crazy time where the crack epidemic was hitting. All the auto industries was just falling apart, man. People were dying, people getting shot, people going to jail. And you had to be funny. Because it's the only way you could really do things. You know what I mean? The way you could, it's the way you coped with all the sadness in your life. You know what I'm saying? And I think with a thing like Terry Jeffords, that's where you find that funny. The problem is he has the deal, and the thing is you recognize that, and the fact that you love your kids, and if you had a job like that, you'd be like, man, I'd be scared to get out there too, and that makes it funny. And it's a thing where we just keep working with real cop situations. This is not a spoof. I call it The Wire with jokes.
The Wire with jokes. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is on Fox.
Yes.
All right. Congratulations. And it's a weekly show
every week, Tuesday at 8:30 on Fox. And I'm good, man. I'm so happy to be working.
Man, listen, man, I'm happy to see you happy, man. It's a good feeling having you in here, man.
Oh, this is great.
Your energy. Tracy, you had a question for me?
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you if you could speak on what the hardest moment was that you had to get over, but I know you went over that a little bit. But going back to you being in touch with your feminine side.
Yes.
And it sounds like you would be like besties with Drake. For dudes that are like very hyper masculine, what's like a tip for them to soften up and be okay with it?
Oh, check it out. You know, this is the key, man. I was hard. My wife will tell you I was Mr. Okay, it's gonna be done my way. It's got to be like this, and that's a trick. That's a trick of the devil. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's all done to separate you from the best things in your life. Listen, there are people. I'm telling you, my grandfather was a player. He was hard. He worked at a fish market. He had the toothpick. He had the whole thing. The Cadillac. He was sweet. He had girlfriends everywhere. He died alone and couldn't talk to nobody. And the thing is, my mother, which was his daughter, tried to reach out, tried to get with him, but he was so hard. He missed out on his whole family. See, and that's the thing, man. It's like you can be too masculine. We all have a little bit of, you have to be strong and compassionate at the same time. I'm no joke. I have knocked people out, literally, in the street. Becky will tell you, knocked out on the street on hard concrete. But that was to protect my wife.
Okay. All right.
My muscle is for building. It's not for destroying. It's not for being hard. All my muscle is for building and protecting. And that's what we got to know. All your hardness as a man is just for building and protecting. Remember that.
Remember that.
Just that's it. Everything else you can be like, hey baby, what's up, girl? And give her a hug, be sweet to her. And I'm telling you,
The muscle is for
building
and
protecting.
Look at all the guys in here. The muscle is for what? Why you trying to be hard, man?
You got to be slow with it, man. Let me tell you, this cat's right now, it's hard. It's hard to deal because you busting bubbles on there. They're like, hey, man, I seem kind of gay. I don't. But it's not. It's not that, man. It's because again, you can't be more manly than me. I played in the NFL, brother.
Yeah.
I know where I grew up. I done played with the baddest athletes in the world. I done seen everything. I seen it all, and I'm trying to tell you, it's a mistake trying to stay hard and insensitive. You you got to be compassionate to other people's feelings.
Building and
No,
protecting. Muscle is for building and protecting.
That's
not destroying.
Say it, y'all. Why y'all can't say it?
Oh, it's okay.
All right.
It's okay.
We got Dexter on the line from Las Vegas. Good morning, Dexter. How you doing?
Good morning, Sway. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
Yo,
Say what's.
Hey.
Go ahead. Say what's up to Terry Crews.
what's up?
Hey, man, just wanted you to know, we did a movie back in '08. Okay, I never got a chance to thank you for being a wonderful mentor, man. I was scared at the time. You came in, you told me, like, look, dude, relax, chill, do your thing.
Wow.
And I want to thank you, man. The movie was Middleman.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
I was the big dude under Luke Wilson.
That's
One of the
right.
guards.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Congrats, brother. Good to hear from you, man.
Hey, you too, man. I really appreciate that, man.
Wow. Man.
Wow, thank you.
Man,
Thank
that's
you.
a crazy moment right there. Dexter,
Dude.
you a citizen.
A Sway in the morning.
Wow, man, that got to feel good. Chris from Milwaukee is on the line. Go ahead, Chris.
Good morning, Sway, everybody on the show.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Terry, what's up, man? You a funny dude.
Thank you, sir.
My question for you is, what was the most fun you ever had on the set of a movie or a TV show in your career, man?
Wow, that's hard, man. That's really hard. Let me tell you, everybody hates Chris. Me and Tashina.
Yeah, that's our girl.
Woo, that was a great show, bro. It felt like going home when I was going to work. That's scary.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like, because it felt so real. You know, and Tashina was awesome, man. That's one of the best actresses in the world.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Bar none.
Yep,
Yeah.
talented.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong
You-
acting with Sheena, bro.
You can't go wrong. Now, but another thing, doing the set. Now, White Chicks was another thing where I was on my, like, this is where I broke out. Like, Keenan, when I was doing stuff, Keenan would say, hey, man, just do what you do, player. And I was like, what? And now this is in my head. This is In Living Color, Keenan Ivory Wayans. I was like, you mean I can do whatever? Like what I want to do? He was like, whatever you want to do. I'm not even directing you. I was like, hey, what are you? He let me roll on that movie, man. And you could tell. You could just see. We was like $50,000 cash. You know? That stuff we was making up. You know, it was flowing with. And man, it was such a. And after that, I got the confidence to do what I needed to do, you know, because you're always nervous, you're scared. I mean, there's never a time where that camera doesn't go on and I'm not nervous.
Wow.
That's the thing. And I tell everybody, nerves is real. If you ever reach a point where you are not nervous, you need to get out and you need to quit.
Yeah.
Because it's not challenging. You are not being challenged enough. And so with those nerves, all of a sudden I learned to use that anxiety, and use it as energy and just go and just say, you know what? I don't care no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the camera doesn't make you nervous at all, right?
Oh, it does. No.
Oh, you say it does make you nervous. It will make
and
you.
you have to use that energy and know that you got to get the confidence to face it. It's like game day, man. It's like going through the tunnel. It's like anytime you face anything, you got to be scared. You face that bully or whatever, and you knock them out, you stronger. Every time you beat it, you are one little bit stronger. And I tell everybody, man, face your fears. It's okay to be nervous. It's okay. But you got to face it.
You got to face your fears, and muscle is for
building and protection.
Terry Crews, thank you for coming by.
Love it.
I could talk all day, man. I love y'all.
Check out Brooklyn 99 Tuesdays on Fox. And I just thought, man, I know you come from a B-boy mentality.
Yes.
You know, this is our last moment talking to you. We got Scott Bell. Chachi's coming up. You know him as Chachi, but Scott Bell will be up here in a momentarily. Man, I just thought maybe if we threw on a beat, maybe we can fight. Maybe you can pop for us. Man, you stand up, man.
That's my cut.
That's your cut,
I'm a dancer player.
Let me see what you're gonna do with it, T. There you go, man. Oh, wow. Whoa.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shea 45.